Welcome back to the action. Today, it's been all about the defenses. Second down here. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. Matt Flynn steps back onto the field for his next drive. Starks is in the backfield.
Here we go. 319.
And the second quarter is underway with this snap.
The Packers call the run play that time down in the red zone. It does not work. But when you're running the football, especially in the red zone, have some patience, stay with it, and if you do, most of the time you will get rewarded.
It'll be third down. The Raiders lined up in the nickel.
319. 319.
Flynn's back in shotgun formation. Got the completion. That brings the play to an end.
The Packers offensive coordinator does a good job that time calling the pass down here in the red zone. Caught the defense off guard. They got the completion for a good game.
First and goal from the 9. Trying to work that left side. And he's brought to the ground.
That was a nice job that time by the defense down here in the red zone. They're not worried about receivers running past them. So the ball is thrown, completed, and they converge on it quickly and make a great tackle.
Second and goal from the 7. He's got the catch.
All the quarterbacks in the NFL, they'd all be great if they had all day to throw like this. When you give an average quarterback this kind of time, he turns into a great quarterback.
Reaches out and grabs it. They bring him to the turf.
Well, you get tackled inside the 5-yard line like that, there's so few options for the offense. Are they going to be strong enough now to push it in? We'll find out.
No doubt about it. Put 3 on the board.
You got to take advantage of good field position. The offense doesn't do it that time. I know they get 3 points out of it. Nice kick, but still a letdown for the offense.
The Raiders ready to return the kickoff. Moore's going to take a knee, so this will come out to the 20. The Raiders now bring their offense back onto the field for the next drive. First down and 10. Murray's taking the handoff. He's brought down at the 20-yard line. Second down after going to the ground game the first play. Murray's got it on the handoff. Bronson's there that time for the tackle.
What that run does, it just puts the offense in a good situation. So a good, positive run.
After that last run, it sets up 3rd and 6. Butler's going to get set in the slot for this snap. To Tompkins, in on the stop.
Good job by the receiver that time. Getting that extra couple yards, gets a first down. They are marching. Let's see how the defense reacts.
The Raiders snap it at the 36. Murray's going to secure the handoff. He is tackled at the 40-yard line. That leads us to second down. Throws the pass. Makes the reception. That'll put them in what we call plus territory. They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Moore's a receiver in the slot. Murray's handed the football. They'll mark him at the 41.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
Play number 6 coming up on this drive. 2nd and 4. He'll fire it out to the left. Oh, and almost picked off that time.
I know we've all heard this phrase before. That's why they're playing defense, because they can't catch. Hey, the coaches don't care about that. When you get an opportunity, they want you to make the catch.
3rd and 4. And he's tackled, but not until he picked up the first down. Carr's got 2 tight ends on the field for this snap. Setting up screen. This screen pass will go incomplete. About to snap it for the 9th play of the drive. Nickel formation for the defense here. 2nd and 10. Throwing now to his left. Almost intercepted.
Well, the defense has to be depressed after that play, because when you get a chance to get off the field, get a turnover, and get the offense off the field, man, you got to take advantage of situations like that.
Play after play after play here on this drive. Carr's going to take it from the gun. What a hit, and the ball falls incomplete.
Well, they always say if you get your hands on the football, you got to make the catch. Yeah, right. The guy that made that rule up wasn't getting hit as he was trying to catch the football. Nice hit that time by the defender.
Offense back on the field here for this 4th and 10 play. Carr comes out in the pistol. The Raiders will take the snap from the 35. Easy catch there. No one near him.
Anytime you picked up a couple first downs, here's what happens. The defense starts to doubt what they're doing, but maybe more importantly, it gets those big boys over there tired.
They'll go ground, and a gain of 4. Second down following the run. This long drive continues. Carr's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Has his target. Breaks the plane, and he's got the touchdown.
Touchdown, Raiders.
Well, we're talking about some of the fastest humans on earth. And we take into account you can't touch them or breathe on them. That's how they're able to get open and make so many catches.
The Raiders lined up now for the point after. Inside of the uprights. The Packers are back deep, ready to return. Fields the football at the 8. And the tackle's made right around the 26-yard line. Another series coming up for Flynn and company. White's lined up now as a slot receiver.
319.
The Packers snap it up at the 26. The defense gets the sack. The Packers are going to burn the first of their 3 timeouts right here. Offense lines up here. The Packers will take the snap from the 25. Reaches out and snatches it. And Starks is tackled down at the 32. The Packers call a timeout. We'll step aside and be back in just a moment. Flynn by himself in the backfield. 3rd down and 4. Airing it out. Almost intercepted.
Well, quarterbacks know on 3rd down they got to make a decision and get rid of that football because the defense, they are coming after you. That time just not good enough, and he throws an incompletion.
And so now they'll call on Mastay to punt the football away. Jones got it from the 9. Bush is there to take him down. They face 1st down. Carr set, empty backfield. The defense gets a sack.
Yeah, that was an aggressive play by the defense. That's risk-reward. The reward, of course, is sacking the quarterback like they did. Well, the risk is if you don't get there, you could give up a big play.
Murray's going to take the handoff now. Rocked for a loss on that tackle. That does it for the 1st half. Packers trailing this one.
All right, welcome to the Verizon Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the 1st half. The Packers haven't had the same success as last week through the air. The Raiders have obviously played a role in that as they've done what they've needed to in order to slow that part of the game down.
Is not going to test the coverage this time as he takes a knee. First down here. White's lined up in the slot.
Here we go.
And now here's the first snap of the 2nd half. And he's taken down.
Well, if your offensive line's not good enough just to stop the pass rush, then you got to help them out. How do you do that? Well, you keep the tight end in, let him be an extra blocker, and you tell your running backs to help out, too, blocking some of these defensive linemen.
Off the mark here as this throw heads out of bounds. Following that incompletion, it sets up 3rd and 10. White in the slot. Matt Flynn is lined up in the shotgun formation, and he's going to be sacked. So, just 3 plays and out for the offense.
We got to give that defensive front a lot of credit, man. They are pushing. They're getting after it. They know it's probably going to be a pass on 3rd down, and they get back to the quarterback and take him down.
Jones marked down at the 47. First down here. The defense comes out in the nickel. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. Tries to ward off a defender with a stiff arm. He's got the first down yardage.
Number 34.
That's what you want to do. Just get a first down, especially when you're on top. Keep the clock moving. Keep the defense guessing. Make them react instead of attack.
New set of downs now after picking up the first on the ground. It's a dime look for the defense on this play. Murray's taking the handoff. Tackled down at the 28-yard line. Second down and 3 following that nice run. From the gun. Moore's got it. First down.
That's awesome. Every time you pick up a first down, what does that do? It shortens the game and also keeps your defense on the sideline, and they get rested up and ready for their turn. But you got a lead here. It's a small one in the second half. Keep getting those first downs. Nice situation here for the offense. They're winning the football game. Now they're in the red zone. Let's see if they can come up with a play that fools the defense.
Midway into the third. Go run it. Here's the handoff. That's a gain of 6.
Jim, they got momentum on their side right now. They are making everything work. That was a nice play. They pick up another first down, and they got a good drive going here.
They've come out in the dime package. First and goal. Interception. The tackle is made. That's a touchback, and the ball will be spotted at the 20.
You got to stay aggressive on the defensive side. That time the defense did. Even though the offense is going in to score, they come up with the big play, and they get the interception inside their own 20-yard line.
It's first down as they head to the line. Quarles usually a tight end, but he's in the backfield this time. They run the counter play, and this will end up as a 2-yard loss.
Got to give the defense some credit. On first down, there's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
And here we have second down. Offense lines up here.
Here we go. 19.
They'll hike it to him out of the shotgun. He'll throw it over the middle. And at the 25, he'll be brought down.
Good job by the quarterback that time. Makes the decision. Throws it short. It does not get the first down. But I promise you, third and short is a lot easier than having third and long.
The Packers will take the snap from the 25. He's looking to the right here on this throw. He's stacked up at that point.
Well, I think we all know the situation here. It's a close game in the second half, and you're losing, but you pick up a first down. Oh, my gosh, that opens up many more possibilities what you can do on the offensive side. Good job by the offense.
The Packers have it at the 44. Starks tackled right at the 35.
Starks is going to be tired after this run. That is a good long run. The offensive line was terrific, and he does a good job finding a hole and picking up those yards.
That long gain sets them up here on this play. Good for only a yard.
Well, I know it's not going to make a highlight film, but still a good solid run up in there for a couple yards.
Quarters formation here for the defense. Matt Flynn is lined up in the shotgun formation. Looking to go deep. Almost intercepted that time. The third quarter comes to a close, and you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This is third down. Starks is in the backfield. Here is the first snap of the final quarter. And incomplete. What a hit that time.
Good timing by the defensive player that time. He gets to the receiver just as the football is getting there and makes the hit, knocks that football loose.
An empty possession for the offense. And he just couldn't find the mark on what was a very long kick in the first place.
Well, look, that was definitely not a gimme. And you got to look at it. It takes a perfect snap, hold, and a kick, and they just missed it.
Butler's going to get set in the slot for this snap. They break him down at the 41-yard line. Second down here after that run play. Loading up with extra defensive backs in the dime. Murray's got it on the handoff. He's tackled right at the 43. Third down following the run. Moore's a receiver in the slot. Makes the catch in the open field. They'll mark him at the 28.
There has been good pass protection for the quarterback all day long. He has not been sacked much, and he throws it there and gets another completion.
After the long gain, let's see what they do here. Murray's going to secure the handoff.
Good coaching on the defensive side. Everybody stays at home. They stay in their gap, and they hold that run to a short gain.
Second down. The play clock's running down.
Here we go.
Play fake. Very nearly intercepted.
Every quarterback in the NFL is going to have one or two passes a game that can be picked off. Most of the time they're dropped, and this time that was a bad drop by the defense.
Jones-Drews lined up in a single back formation. To Tompkins. 6 for the Raiders.
Touchdown, Raiders.
I give all the credit to the wide receiver here. What a route. Fooled the defender. He is wide open. Nice throw by the quarterback for the touchdown.
Officials stop play now. They want to take another look at that last play. So here they're going to take a look at whether the ball was trapped before the catch.
Well, there's a couple things to look at when you look at these type of plays. You know, one, does he have possession of the football? If you have possession of the football, it is allowed to touch the ground. Now, when it touches the ground, did he lose control of it? Of course, if he did, that would make it incomplete. So have possession of the football, maintain it as you hit the ground, or as the ball hits the ground, it still will be a catch.
So the boys in the booth, they want to make doubly sure the call was correct. They decided, hey, we need to take another look at this, but the play stands as is. The Raiders for the point after. The point after is good. The Raiders were very effective on that scoring drive, especially via the pass. Over 50 passing yards on that scoring drive. Sebastian Janikowski lining up for the kickoff. Makes the catch at the 7. And he runs it out to about the 27 before he's taken down. They come to the line, and it's first down. Starks is in the backfield.
Blue 15.
Matt Flynn is lined up in the shotgun formation. Here's Boykin. They'll mark him at the 40.
Now, don't look at the scoreboard, which tells you you're down by a couple scores. Just concentrate on every single play and try to get another first down.
White's lined up now as a slot receiver. First down at the 40. Incomplete as that ball sails out of bounds. Coming up, second down. Wide receivers stacked up on this play.
319.
They're setting up screen. And they'll end up losing 4 here.
Well, we see it more and more. Football's thrown behind the line of scrimmage. They do it that time. Nice catch, but a loss of yards on the play.
Starks is in the backfield.
Here we go. Here 19. Here 19.
Matt Flynn is lined up in the shotgun formation. He makes the catch, and he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down.
Defensive coordinators love this situation, don't they? Third and long, they can do just about anything, and it's going to work, and they stop the offense that time.
Here 19. Here 19.
Flynn's got it in the gun. Looking long. What a catch. 2 minutes remaining, and you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on first down, every snap crucial the rest of the way. First down following the long play. Screen with 2 hands, he has it. And he's going to be tackled right around the 31-yard line. Second down coming up. Time, obviously, a factor the rest of the way. The Packers snap it at the 31. White's got it on a pass, had some heat on it. The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. Timeout won't be used here. They'll go to the hurry. Touchdown. That'll close the gap.
I would bet first and goal that the offense about 90% of the time is going to run the football. And what do they do here? They run it, and they get it done. That is power football at its best.
And the point after is good. Well, you have to think they'll be going for the onside kick now, as they must get the football back in a hurry. The Packers, late in the game, looking to get the ball back on the onside kick. First down, pressure on every snap now. Starks is in the backfield. First down at the 42. Looking across the middle. McGill's in on the tackle. Second down, late in the fourth quarter. They'll go right to the hurry-up. Won't use a timeout here. And Starks has got the catch and the first. The Packers coming to the line. Still have all 3 of their timeouts here in the fourth quarter. No huddle time. First down at the 39. Looks but can't connect on the short throw.
When you see this cover 2 defense as a quarterback, you got to know where to throw the football. That time he did not make a good decision. You got to throw it sometimes deep down the middle. The safeties are not there. They're outside. He did not take advantage of that coverage that time.
Every play is huge now. Second down on the way.
Here we go. Here 19. Here 19.
Flynn standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Going deep. Incomplete. Almost going in the other direction. Phil, it's third down. They are in 4-down territory, and the defense knows that.
Yeah, and you get a situation like this, Jim, on the defensive side. You need one of your pass rushers to come through and get on that quarterback.
No one in sight. Has the grab. Well, the defense was trying to come up with the big stop there, but the offense is able to keep the chains moving.
Well, there's just no panic in the offense when you see what they've done so far here today, Jim. They kept their heads about it, and they just calmly executed that third down play.
First down. Let's see what they come up with here. First and 10. Throws the pass. Flynn's unable to find his target that time.
When you get down in the red zone, the offensive coordinator's got to call a play that deceives the defense. Let's see if he can do it. His team is down. He needs a big play here.
Second down coming up. Time, obviously, a factor the rest of the way. Starks is in the backfield. Second down and 10. The flag is down. And he's thrown to the ground.
Offside defense.
Players for both sides made an appeal, but the referees say it's on the defense. The Packers have saved all 3 of their timeouts for here in the fourth quarter. White's lined up in the slot. Second down and 5. On the money. That's an 87. Now a first down. Every snap crucial the rest of the way. Huge play coming up down near the goal line. They're going to get him here for a sack. The Packers are going to burn the first of their 3 timeouts right here. Big play coming. Defense looking for a stop. Glenn's back in shotgun formation. Brings it into his body. Brought down after a gain of 6. Coming up, third down. A huge moment. Huge play coming up. Offense looking for one more play to make. Gets about 4 yards that time. One final snap coming up. Let's see what they can do here. Won't huddle now. Going to conserve the timeout and rush back to the line.
Well, it's a big performance in front of a primetime audience and a sweet victory in the end.
Of course, the players are not thinking about the fact that, hey, a lot of people are watching us here today in this game. But when you win and then you sit back and think everybody was watching us and you played well, boy, that is some great experience.
What a memorable game this truly was. For Phil Simms, Danielle Bellini, and Larry Ridley, Jim Nance saying so long for now, and we leave you with the GMC Never Say Never moment of the game.